VGK will try to avenge an early season loss to the Carolina Hurricanes when the two teams meet Saturday night right here at T-Mobile Arena. We'll get into that, preview that on this WTF edition of Locked On Golden Knights.
Your Locked On Golden Knights, your daily podcast on the Vegas Golden Knights, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Hi again, everyone. Tony Cardasco, Chris Golick from Las Vegas. We welcome you to show number 777, our lucky show. And thanks for making us your first listen each and every day. We appreciate that. Your team every day. Subscribe to our Locked On Golden Knights YouTube channel, please. It's pretty cool, huh? 777.
Jackpot.
And an early morning car chase. So I'll be distracted. I'm watching the car chase and trying to make sense of what's happening here. Okay, so for VGK to win Saturday's rematch against the Canes, pretty simple. If you go back to meeting number one, it will boil down to special teams, perhaps. VGK lost in Carolina in Raleigh, 6-3. VGK allowed three Hurricanes power play goals, and VGK 0 for 4. So have these teams changed since December? And talk about special teams for VGK and how tomorrow night's game, I should say, could make a difference in that department.
There you go, Tony. I mean, listen, the Hurricanes, they're going to be there. They're one of the best coach teams in the NHL with Rod Brindamore. Can Brindamore get them over the hump? That's pretty funny. Is that never mind. Okay. Hurricanes come in 30-17-5, 65 points compared to the Golden Knights, who have 68 points, 31-6-6. Looking at the last few games for the Hurricanes right now.
Wait. Time out on the court, on the ice, on the bad ice. Time out on the bad ice. Back to back. It's a back-to-back for the Canes. They play in Arizona Friday night tonight, and then they're here in Vegas tomorrow. So
I had that teed up. I didn't know if you had caught that or not this morning. I thought you were too busy, too deep in your car chase over there.
Yeah.
Look at the last few games here. I mean, the Carolina Hurricanes beat the Devils 1-0 overtime victory. Pretty interesting game to see that. But then they lose to the Dallas Stars 4-2. First game of the road trip for the Hurricanes tonight against Arizona, and then the bigger question, I think, for the Hurricanes is, will they make it to Vegas on time with all that traffic and stuff? And how are they going to navigate the T-Mobile Arena? I mean, that's going to be the storyline. I wonder what the crowd situation is going to be like. I'm still figuring out what WTF, how I'm going to get to the game with my daughter tomorrow night. And I don't know. That's the biggest storyline of the night, I think.
Didn't Will Carrier have a couple of goals in that game? I think the first meeting. LT gives up 6 goals. Let's talk about VGK's goalie situation because we got ripped a little. We'll talk about that later in WTF.
Yeah, no, I know. Go ahead.
Is it going to be LT again? Will LT be going again? It
could be. I mean, this is certainly a big game as far as the standing.
18,
I mean, everything's a big game.
Days, something like that, right?
Here's why LT's not going to go tonight, in my opinion.
Saturday
if LT
night
goes tonight, the Golden Knights have back-to-backs Monday and Tuesday. Monday, they go to San Jose. Tuesday, they come back home against the Nashville Preds.
Of course.
So I don't think Coach Cassidy is going to want Logan going 2 of the 3 next games, because that's what that would mean if Logan goes tonight. And Aiden's not going in back-to-back starts. At least I seriously doubt that. So let's handicap. God, is Logan only going to get 2 starts in the next 7 games? That's probably right.
All right. Now this is Mr. Dumb car chase, right?
He's running.
He went to the pump there. It's stupid when they stop and they get gas, like in the middle of a chase. They're always going to get caught. So that's
what if you forget your PIN number in that stressful moment there? All right, so tonight Hurricanes, it's got to be
That's all
Aiden.
the football right there. They're football. So let's see if he gets
Tonight against the Hurricanes. Tomorrow against the Hurricanes going to be Aiden. Logan, Monday, Sharks. Tuesday, Thursday, Preds, Leafs, Aiden. Saturday, Ottawa, Aiden. Tuesday, Thursday, first of the road trip, Aiden, Leafs, Bruins. And then after that, the Golden Knights got 2 games against
the
the Sabres.
switcheroo. He jumped into
The
another car.
Sabres and the Blue Jackets. Logan goes one of those. So, I mean, Logan missed his start on Monday. I think I will confidently say that. I will very confidently state that Logan missed his start on Monday, even though Coach Cassidy wouldn't give me the specifics on that.
Okay, so there are some goalie issues in Carolina. Frederick Anderson, it's carjacking. He carjacked the car. He didn't just jump into it. He carjacked the second vehicle. Frederick Anderson returned to practice this week, first time since mid-November. And also, Antti Ranta is out with deep vein thrombosis. And so they think he could be out for a while, whatever that is. I don't know. Look that up in the medical glossary, what have you. But Kachatkov, whatever his name is
Kachekov.
Yeah, that guy. And then also who is that? Spencer Martin. Are the 2 goalies that they have right now. And they are talking about still shopping, despite him being on the injured list, Frederick Anderson at this point. So pretty interesting situation there between the Pipes and Carolina as well.
Where have we seen this before? They've used 5. The Hurricanes have used 5 goalies so far: Kachekov, Ranta, Anderson, Martin, and Parate. I hope I said that name correctly. Kachekov, 2.52 goals against, 13.93. Save percentage 902, so a little south of the league average. So, I mean, Hurricanes are probably playing decent defense, if I had to assume. Kind of like what the Oilers are doing, playing good defense, but the goalie is not letting up a lot of shots on goal is where I was going. Let's see where the Hurricanes rank overall in goals given up. I bet it's going to be pretty good, actually.
Yeah, that first meeting
here.
Cassidy
Hurricanes
also said,
are about the 10th or so in fewest goals given up at 153. Golden Knights are at 146. The teams are within 1 game of each other. While we're comparing those stats, goals for on the year. Golden Knights look like they're about 12th overall, maybe about 12th overall with 172. To the Hurricanes, 173. So not going to get much out of that stat. Golden Knights at home, 19-6-2. Hurricanes on the road, 13-11-1. So, I mean, you're splitting hairs to handicap this game, I think, from a win-loss perspective. I think the home ice advantage is probably the tipping point that'll make the Golden Knights a very small favorite tomorrow night.
Not small. It's a back-to-back.
Oh, you got me on that one. Dang it. Yeah, no, it's...
Yeah, well,
I mean, that'll probably shift it to about minus 150 then.
150? Okay.
140 to 150.
Okay, so Cassidy said in that first matchup, he said VGK didn't do a good job getting into the shooting lanes. So we'll have to see how the VGK adjust, how they adapt to that, and what they do to make some changes. Seth Jarvis, a career high already with 41 points for the Canes. Are there any players on VGK that have career highs at this point of the season yet? I don't think so.
At this point of the season, well, actually, it's going to be Amadio is about 8 points or so away from his career high. Howden and Cotter, I mean, young careers, but they're going to beat their career highs. They're on about the same points pace as last season, but the difference is they're both going to play more than like 52 and 53 games. I mean, the career highs for the Golden Knights are because they're, I think newer, younger-ish players. Stone probably career high.
So
Stone is probably on track for a career high if he can.
Homie just jumped out of the car, and then they try to fit in like a civilian, but like, hey, I'm just out for a little morning stroll. They'll catch him.
That's amazing. Barbashev needs to get to like 60 points for a career high. Nick Waugh is probably going to have a career high when the dust settles because of what he's been doing lately. So, yeah, I mean, there's people on the Golden Knights that are going to have career highs besides Mark Stone, who's really having that career season when you factor health and everything. I don't really see any one player on the nine. Aiden Hill, I guess, if we're going to talk about that, not points, obviously, but just Aiden Hill from that perspective. So there you go.
Coming up next, we will have a look at VGK's injury situation. We'll have an update for you. Shea Theodore, will he be activated soon, perhaps this weekend? We'll
I
get to
think
that
so.
when we return right here on Lockdown Golden Knights. Passion, drive, and patience. What brings home the winning trophy is also what keeps your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance, from superchargers to roof racks, exhaust kits, LED headlights, and much, much more. Whether you're into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has got you covered. With over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die, you will always find exactly what you're looking for. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride each and every time, or your money back. Because with eBay Motors, you are burning rubber, not cash. With all the parts you need at the prices you want, it is easy to turn your car into the MVP and bring it home and take home that win. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. eBay Guaranteed Fit only available to U.S. customers. Welcome back. Edition 777 coming at you today on WTF. Tony Cardasco, Chris Golick from Las Vegas. We appreciate you making us your first listen each and every day. And of course, I will always watch that first car chase, regardless of what I'm doing during the day. And of course, tomorrow,
As we've learned during this podcast.
yeah, I'm a little distracted. And of course, tomorrow it is the YouTube exclusive of Chris times Chris, Shea Theodore. So back on the ice, and I liked what Cassidy's so funny. He goes, "Yeah, the Theodore is progressing from the red to the normal color jersey. It's the normal color. So in any event, will we
The other
see
color.
Shea Theodore, the normal color? Will we see Shea Theodore this weekend?
I think we're going to see Shea Theodore. So the Golden Knights made a quiet move that frees up the salary cap space right now. Tobias Bjornfoot has been sent to the Silver Knights on a long-term conditioning stints, long-term conditioning, whatever they long-term conditioning loan. There you go. There's the terminology. For a long-term
They caught the
conditioning
homie.
loan.
See right there.
Nice. They got him.
Okay.
All right. So the long-term conditioning loan lasts for up to 6 days and 3 games, whichever maximum comes first. It is common for the team to ask for 2 additional games, which is normally granted in most circumstances. So basically, you have, call it 9 to 10 days where the Golden Knights will have enough salary cap space open. Right now, today, the Golden Knights have $3.7 million in cap space to work with. You have Fraze and you have Ron Bjerg, which are $760,000 and $766,000. You send both of them back down to the AHL. That leaves the Golden Knights with $5.2 million and $89,000 to work with. Shea Theodore is $5.2 million. So long story longer, the Golden Knights will have $89,000 of cap space left to get Shea Theodore on the ice, which will obviously make them cap compliant. Why would the Golden Knights send Bjornfoot now if Shea Theodore wasn't playing this Saturday? That seems to be a fair question. So I think you want to start Shea Theodore today. You want to see how he makes sure he's good, because the Golden Knights do got a back-to-back. I don't think you want his first game being in a back-to-back scenario. So most likely Golden Knights will activate Theodore, and probably Fraze and Ron Bjerg will go back down to the AHL. And then after that is the bigger question. What's going to happen in the next 9 days? How are the Golden Knights going to have enough cap space to keep Theodore on the ice? Option one is going to be Bjornfoot Bjornfoot being waived. Hopefully he makes it through waivers and gets down to the Silver Knights.
Why? Hopefully. Why do they want this guy?
He's 22 years old. He's got 100 NHL games. That's great experience for a youngster. You have nothing but ceiling with him.
That's
and he's
fair.
cheap. Nothing but ceiling. And it'll help the Silver Knights as well, who are having an okay year too. I think the likely scenario is going to be Bjornfoot gets waived. The Kings actually we'll get him back and get him down to their American League through the waiver process. That's kind of how I see this playing out. So either way, I mean, still Theodore is going to get back into the lineup as early as Saturday and hopefully be good for the stretch run. And then after that, we turn our attention to Eichel, basically.
Okay, so Theodore, who does that benefit defensively with his return?
As far as like his
The blue
line mates and
liners,
such?
who will it benefit as far
Well, it's
as
going to get
blue
the
line?
entire blue line back intact. I mean, we saw last season how well the Golden Knights were in games when they had all 6 of their blue liners in. Obviously, McNabb gets his partner back in Shea Theodore. The other 2 defensive pairings have been mostly intact. Cassie moved some pieces around, but generally that second pairing has been where with McNabb, you got Miramonov there right now. You've had Korzak there and other players kind of rotating in and out of that spot. But benefits the entire blue line. It benefits the power play in a huge manner. It benefits the Golden Knights breakouts. It benefits their puck management. It's really one of the key missing links to everything you hear Coach Cassidy getting a little upset about when the Golden Knights have a bad game. A lot of things that Shea Theodore does bring to this team.
So Brian Fraze was brought up, and you said he probably will be sent back down. And then
He has to be. I mean, if Shea Theodore is going to play in tomorrow night's game, Fraze and Ronbjerg have to go down.
All right. Briseau was sent down too, man.
Say that again?
Brisson sent down.
Yeah. The other thing I'm looking at right now is the Golden Knights have 12 healthy forwards, though, on the roster with Ronbjerg and Fraze. So we're still maybe trying to fit a square peg in a round hole for this to work, I guess. Maybe Shea Theodore might play forward tomorrow night. I don't know.
Okay. That'll be
12
cool.
forwards. How do they act? Okay, so here's the square peg in the round hole that I didn't even think about. How do the Golden Knights get Theodore in the lineup and have 12 forwards? That's the question right now, and I don't see a path just glancing over my computer.
They're going to do 11? Will they play 11?
Oh, God, no. I hope not.
Why wouldn't you if you need to?
I mean, the other thing Dorofeev, Carrier, or Eichel have not been in red sweaters on the ice, so there's no chance of one of them coming back by Saturday if they're not on the ice right now.
Weren't you telling me someone placed on IR? Ben Hutton.
Bjornfoot is on Bjornfoot's on LTIR right now.
Okay.
Was that what I said earlier? I forgot.
I don't know what you said. Okay.
That's what I had to say.
Watching a car chase. All right.
Yeah, no, I'm distracted by the roster now. How do the Golden Knights get 12 healthy forwards in the lineup with getting Shea Theodore in there? I mean, I know the Golden Knights have players on, like Ronbjerg is an emergency loan. I don't know how that factors with the salary cap and all that. I don't know.
The books, they'll cook the books, dude.
Fine. That's our GM cooks them better than your GM.
Coming up next, it is WTF. It is What the Friday, and it shows 777. So hopefully we've got some good luck. Shout outs. I don't know. Coming up next, WTF right here on Locked On Golden Knights. Our sponsor today is Camino Consulting. How would you like to get to know someone better in an hour than you would in an entire year? Understanding one another better prevents a lot of small misunderstandings from becoming big ongoing fights. After providing more than 20 years of service to small and mid-sized businesses, helping management groups navigate conflict and onboarding new employees, Camino is now offering a digital seminar for families and couples. That's right. Did your Valentine's gift go awry? The tickets to the game not go well as you hoped? Get the Couples and Family Online Seminar for 25% off for the month of February using the discount code Locked On. And that is the discount code Locked On, 25% off the rest of the month at CaminoConsultant.ca, CaminoConsulting.ca, or mention Locked On when reaching out for a business seminar and receive the first 5 profiles for free. Back on edition 777, Locked On Golden Knights. It is WTF, What the Friday. You are trying to figure out the 12 forwards right now. Look at this guy. He's just working the numbers.
I'm on Twitter right now talking to offside hockey talk, actually.
Okay, all good. Okay, so WTF, things that we thought were good or bad about VGK this past week. Okay, my WTF to start things off. The boss man schedules the 5 a.m. Zoom call with me. After I got to sleep about 2:30 last night after the volleyball match. WTF. WTF. Start some WTFs for me.
Yeah, I mean, We'll start with Phil Kessel here. We'll start with fans, WTF Phil Kessel. So Phil Kessel gets on the ice for 30 seconds. He's getting dogged by everyone watching these videos of Kessel hunched over and tired at probably his first formal practice with professional hockey players, American leaguers, but still professional hockey players. You look tired out there. I got news for you. The Canucks are not kicking tires with Phil Kessel because of his off ice workout habits and because of, stuff like that. They're looking at his experience, they're looking at his leadership, they're looking at maybe, some time on the power play, they're looking at a lower visibility type spots that will help the Canucks get over the hump, who don't have a lot of playoff experience in general as far as the roster goes. So everyone all over Phil Kessel for one practice where he looked a little tired. I'm not saying cut the guy a break, but know the player, know who you're dogging, and know Phil Kessel, if he's going to be dressing and putting on that Canucks uniform, he's going to be better than a serviceable addition. So, take it easy on Kessel. Take it easy on Kessel. He's going to be just fine, WTF.
Okay, we've got something here from Hubert Jakar at JIKOER3G. WTF, stop being concerned. This is about the goalies, I guess, and everything else. We have the best coach in the league by a mile. His pre and in-game management are amazing. Nobody saw coming the line of 46, number 71, number 22. We call that the empty net line to neutralize the Oilers' number 97. He did. He's a genius. I'm in love. WTF.
But we weren't concerned about that, Hubert. Hubert, you missed the entire point of that segment. I think we're not concerned about Aiden Hill and Logan Thompson. We're concerned when the tandem of Aiden Hill and Logan Thompson is not a tandem, and when one of those pieces is away from the team. That was the concern that we had. I don't think, Tony, we had any other concern there. I don't think we said anything. Cassidy is a great in-game adjustments. Everything else in that tweet, whatever you're supposed to call it these days, is fair. But the concern, I think he misjudged our concern there. So Hubert, thank you for listening that deep into the show, but I think you missed the points.
Okay, WTF, well-deserved cheap shot on Chance the Raptor. From AEW's Brian Cage, who took him out the other night.
Is this your tweet?
WTF? What's that?
It sounds like your tweet. You're dogging Chance.
Of course, always.
I will say Chance is a big wrestling fan, and I can confidently tell you that was a bucket list moment for Chance on last Saturday night at AEW here in Henderson at the Dollar Loan Center. So there you go.
He got cold cocked from behind. I don't care. No matter what. That's even if it's coming. It still could sting, right? Like, even though, that would have been great if the Raptor mask fell off. That would have been cool. VGK,
Raptor, he's a Gila monster. He's not a Raptor.
Whatever he is, Chance the Rapper, Chance the Raptor. Okay, VGK scouts, 5 straight Capital games. They were in attendance. Are they going after Pacioretty, or are they still looking for? We know one of the areas that we've shown a ton of concern for is a winger who's going to fit in there, right at the left wing position, along with
and that's
Stevie.
That's Pavel Dorofeev maybe going down to LTIR could be a move to get 12 forwards, by the way, but I just kind of hit me.
Chance Raptor, yeah.
The Golden Knights, they do lack a second/third line left winger, and the reason they lack both of those positions is because Pavel Dorofeev is out. Dorofeev was doing a good job filling both of those roles, and then you had Howden and or Cotter filling the other role. I still think the Golden Knights, Coach Cassidy has got something up his sleeve once Eichel comes back, where you see they try that experiment with Wah again on the wing, or Chandler Stevenson going to the wing. I think you're going to see an experiment there. I mean, I don't know. Eichel, what about Eichel between Stevenson and Stone? That sounds like a line that could work. And then that way you keep the Nick Wah line intact. That's a possibility right there. WTF, let's hit the traffic situation just one more time. The Golden Knights are going to be on the road next weekend. Like, whatever this nonsense is happening, I get all this construction that needs to happen. It's a WTFing mess over there right now around T-Mobile. But why couldn't this particular stretch of the project wait one more week? Like, however long the stupid project is going to take, make it one more week. Who cares at this point? You compare to what's going on with F1 and everything. We're going to start seeing all that construction again. It's very deflating, like more deflating than a Tom Brady, game used playoff football with all the construction that happens in this town. I can't get out of my friggin' neighborhood by Black Mountain without construction all the way down Horizon Ridge. Then I get on the highway, and then there's construction if I go up 95. If I get off on Tropicana, there's construction. 215 is actually pretty good until you get by 15, and then it's a WTF show over there getting through there, and just it's tough getting around right now. And then now I'm going to take my daughter to the Golden Knights game on Saturday night. I'm not going to do the media stuff, so I'm going to get there later than normal and come in when the general public gets there, and it's going to suck. It's going to suck. We're talking about the monorail. We're talking about the bus from Green Valley. We're talking about renting a helicopter. We're talking about teleportation, like Raiden in Mortal Kombat. We're going through all these options right now, and teleportation is leading right now.
Yeah, that's got to be the clubhouse leader. Last night it was at the Dollar Loan Center, and it was a late arriving crowd because of traffic in this stinking town. A lot of traffic.
It's not easy to get down the Dollar Loan Center. Not as easy as people thought.
Well, they messed up because they were supposed to build these underground tunnels. I watched all those proceedings, blah, blah, blah. It's out of control out there. And they are bringing back, I was reading yesterday, that Flamingo Bridge that blocked all those businesses right there on Koval. That temporary bridge is coming back. So stupid. WTF?
Alan Snell, right? Alan Snell. That's his name.
That's his crusade. Yeah.
You need to follow. It's a great follow, guys, on social media because he really covers the business side of sports, the economic impact, the trouble that things like F1 causes small businesses. Joy to talk to in the press box. I mean, dude has a great niche and a great angle for his view of covering sports, and he'll be all over stuff like that, like Tony just said.
Okay. From @eruns, our good friend, WTF, Tony put the Maloiks on VGK by being in the building Monday night. Did I? I think I might
Seeing you, listen, that was a unicorn moment, seeing Tony inside T-Mobile and not being escorted out by security.
Yeah.
That was two long shots in one.
I had enough stink eyes for a year in there. Okay, from T.A. Neiman.
Yeah, that was just William Karlsson from the ice looking up at you.
Yeah, for sure. WTF, Stevie Karp said I was going to do a meet and greet with Karlsson. That's why I was there. It's not true. WTF is going on with construction. There you go. Don't remember having the Knights having to do traffic alerts around Formula One, around F1. And to your point, it's just stinko out there. I got to go to Mandalay Bay tomorrow, early. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get there myself. I take a lot of surface streets, maybe zig and zag.
Yeah, I know you're just going to zigzag all the way in, go a lot of left and right turns going in like, I don't know what the terminology is. WTF Golden Knight fans, here we go. It's probably my second time this week, but I'm going to let it rip one more time.
Whoa.
Okay. Logan Thompson has a bad game. He has a bad goal. If the Golden Knights win 4-1 and Logan Thompson lets in like a mediocre type goal, everyone just wants to drag Logan and trade him and send him to the AHL. They want to send him to the Ghost Pirates, not even the AHL. They think Logan is an ECHL goalie, apparently. Aiden Hill has his worst game of the season. He had his worst game of the season Monday. That's a reality that needs to be acknowledged. One goal he thought he had, one goal, he thinks he has the puck froze beneath him. It's just sitting there. It's a cookie for it was Boldy or Rossi or whoever it was that scored the goal, that scored the third goal for the Wild on Monday. Fourth goal, I think that one was Boldy, if I'm not mistaken, where Aiden just gets stuck in Rossi. Okay. Where he gets stuck in no man's land between playing the puck, not playing the puck, and he just makes kind of a very soft play on the puck. And then that's the one where Boldy winds up, I believe, angling it off of his pad from basically a 90-degree angle on the ice from where the goal is, or whatever mathematical term you're supposed to say to make sense of what I'm trying to explain right now. Point being is Aiden had a bad game, and it happens. It's okay he had a bad game. We're not dragging him for that. But you go up and down social media, no one is saying anything negative about Aiden Hill. Nothing negative about Aiden Hill. But the moment Logan Thompson steps on a ladybug, unbeknownst to him, the dude, they think he should be locked up and throw away the key and make him a ghost pirate for life. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I know Aiden's the better goalie of the two. Fine, whatever. But you can't have that much negativity towards Logan and not acknowledge a bad game from Aiden Hill. That's all I'm saying. I'm not dragging Aiden Hill by any means. He had a bad game. So what? SHE happened. It happens. It happens. Bad things happen. I don't think that qualified as a swear right there.
That wasn't a swear. No, you came very close. That was.
I used SHT. I forgot the I. So I was getting on my blood pressure was rising as I was saying it, which saved me right there.
Yeah, slow down. Slow down. This isn't a car chase. Okay.
WTF.
WTF. We appreciate everyone tuning in on this Friday edition number 777. At least it's not 666. That was a terrible episode. We appreciate you tuning in.
What was wrong with that episode?
I don't know. Whatever. Coming up tomorrow, the YouTube exclusive, Chris and Chris, the Golick family. That's always a lot of fun. Is he going to be wearing his championship ring that I gave him to with Chester Cheetah? Okay.
We'll be sitting here like this the whole time.
Like Little John.
Like this with the coffee mug. No, right. Okay.
For sure. Of course, especially our everydayers. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. And we appreciate all of you. Monday's a holiday, but we'll be here. I think we should be here. For my man, Chris Golick, I'm Tony Cardasco from Las Vegas. We appreciate you tuning in. See you again Monday right here on Locked On Golden Knights. Take care.